Hello. Hope everyone is doing very well. Juventus, wow, what a second half right there. What a Pirlo-esque pass by Cambiaso. They looked completely dead, lacking ideas, whatever. The first half, they made it very, very easy. They have a 2-0 lead entering the second leg at Rome against Lazio. And even with the yellow card accumulation for Federico Gatti suspended for the second leg, Rugani has a lot of experience in Juventus. Are very lucky to have a guy who's filled in a lot over the years, Daniel Rugani. So Juventus are through to the final. Saudi Arabia will be hosting next year's Super Copa. Uh, they're wondering why Juve and Milan weren't at Saudi Arabia. Attendance was poor, so with Saudi Arabia hosting it again next year, it was a given that Juventus were going to qualify for the Super Copa by either finishing as the winner or the runner-up of Coppa Italia. So from that perspective, too, it was a given that Juventus was going to win. So here we are. It may very well be Allegri's last match with Juventus in the Coppa Italia final to finish strong with a trophy, Massimiliano Allegri. So I believe Juventus will defeat the Viola, the purple of Fiorentina. Federico Chiesa and Vlahovic came to Juve from Fiorentina. Chiesa won the Coppa Italia against Atalanta. Vlahovic's first trophy with Juventus can occur against his former club. So it seems like Juventus La Viola is going to be the more intriguing final if they do make it instead of Atalanta. Fiorentina have had a knack of losing finals. So they've lost the Europa Conference League final. They've lost the Coppa Italia to Inter last year. Um, and they will try to win a trophy. And the interesting thing about Atalanta is Juventus have not defeated Atalanta yet this year. Both matches have ended uh, in draws. So uh, anyway, in Gematria land, it's Lazio, that's Gematria 27, and Allegri had 26 victories in Coppa Italia as Juventus manager. So it was a given that he would get a 27th win in Coppa Italia, and most likely would have said Juventus win at Torino because Lazio barely win there and then, settle for the draw at Rome. But now it's 2-0. They're pretty much through if they can score another goal, or if they don't score, then just hold Lazio to under 2 goals. That won't be um, any hard at all. But that's all I wanted to say about Coppa Italia. All the other works you can see in the description. The thing about the Jurgen Klopp send off, is that it's not automatic conclusion that he wins the Premier League to send him off with the trophy. I mean, what if uh, Liverpool falls short of the Premier League because the Premier League ends on May the 19th? The Europa League finals on May the 22nd. So what if Jurgen Klopp's last match with Liverpool ends in a trophy? We don't speak about the Premier League, but what if it does happen in the Europa League? What if his last match with Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, he will end a unbeaten season for Bayer Leverkusen by winning in the Europa League final. So May the 22nd is the Europa League final, and if Liverpool miss out on win the league, then Jurgen Klopp will get the last silverware in his last match in the Europa final. Though it is possible to win both the Premier League and the Europa, but if he doesn't win the Premier League, then his last match with Liverpool, it's still going to end in a trophy. It would just have to happen for another European trophy. Um, and we can see a scenario where the Premier League is decided based on goal differential. because the most popular bets is everyone who hates City, basically. So your Arsenal and your Liverpool basically is who everybody is going to ride on is just, oh, please don't have it be Man City. Um, right after Liverpool, Sheffield United, we break down the remaining fixtures of the Premier League. Uh, Klopp has 45 Premier League losses as Liverpool manager. Needed a late goal to beat Crystal Palace. Have not beaten Man United yet this season in 2 matches. And also drew against Chelsea. Chelsea's not going to be an easy opponent because Arsenal and Man City drop points against Chelsea. So don't automatically assume that it's an easy 3 points against Chelsea because it's not. And just like it's not automatic 3 points against Man United because it's not. So these matches are going to be more trickier than people think they will be. But the thing about Jurgen Klopp is that it is Crystal Palace that's Camacho 46. So by conclusion, we should expect Liverpool to drop points sometime in the next 2 matches. So if they do lose their 46th Premier League match before facing Palace, or if they beat United, then I see the prospect of an upset against Crystal Palace. So Liverpool definitely going to drop points in the next couple of matches. And this doesn't include Aston Villa or Tottenham or Chelsea or Man United. I mean, uh, and City don't have to face Aston Villa after midweek, but Arsenal and Liverpool do have to face Villa. So that's on the Premier League side. If there's a big team that drop points next in scripted dramatic fashion, it's got to be the team on the top. And if Arsenal are two, let's see, they're 1 point above Man City. So the team that City would beat for goal differential would basically be Liverpool. So City are going to trounce Luton. They got the Nottingham Forest coming up. What's going to make the equation even more intriguing is depending on how Liverpool does against Sheffield United. So if they win by 4 or 5, they help with the goal differential. If they win by 1 goal or 2 goal, then they didn't fully take advantage of the goal differential because Man City's goal differential is going to only go up and up and up as they mount a big run to win the Premier League. And I do see the prospect of City winning by goal differential if they stay level with Liverpool. So the final match week of the season is going to be very dramatic. City against West Ham and Liverpool against Wolves and Arsenal against the Everton that will be battling hard potentially to avoid relegation. So it will all be decided in match week 38 for the English Premier League. And Thursday night, Mountain Standard Time, I will break down the remainder of the fixtures, how Man City have the advantage. Sheffield United is a big match. This is one where Liverpool have to fully take advantage of the battle for the goal differential advantage because City and Liverpool did not beat each other. Both matches ended in a draw. So City and Liverpool, if they were to be tied, would be decided by uh, goal differential. And everything with the Copa America is below. I guess people who are new here will ask who I have for Copa America, but it's been forever. I've had the back to back to back for Messi. So it's all been self explanatory. They're pretty much telling us Argentina have won 16th title. Uh, 16 teams are in the tournament coming up. 16-team tournament. I think Inter Miami, Messi's first match or Inter's first match since Messi joined was their 16th match of the season, if I remember correctly. I think the World Cup coming up in 2026 will be played across 16 different cities. So that's going to connect to Copa America held at the same site of the World Cup final, the United States of America. And for the Euro, the original video is in the description. I like England to win the Euro. Mostly not necessarily because of their last title, their last trophy occurring against Germany, and this happens to be at Germany. But for me, what does it is when do Messi and Argentina face off against England? When does Messi get his one match against England? Well, if Messi is gematria of 20, then Argentina and England have to face off 20 years after their last meeting in 2005, a friendly at Switzerland. So 2025, that's not the World Cup. 2025, that will be Finalissima, the winner between the Copa America and the winner of the Euro. So Argentina win Copa America and England win the Euro. Then Argentina and England will face off in the Finalissima. Now, why will it not be Germany against Argentina for the Finalissima if Germany were to win the Euro? Before I get to that, the Queen died. Um, Queen Elizabeth is 96. I think it is. They can win the Euro 96 weeks after the Queen's death. I may have to look back. I may have talked about that in the video. I have to go see. But Germany and Argentina, Messi gets his World Cup revenge against Germany. So this will mean that Messi will surpass Miroslav Klose to be the all-time World Cup leading goal scorer, in my view, in a round of 32, round of 16 match. Argentina will finally defeat Germany in the World Cup with Lionel Messi bowing out in the quarterfinal of 2006, the quarterfinal of 2010, in the final of 2014. In Messi's, he will get the revenge against Germany when he surpasses German Miroslav Klose as the all-time leading goal scorer of the World Cup. So this is why Argentina, Germany for the World Cup, and then Argentina, England for Finalissima. It has been written. And when will the Finalissima be played? It will be played in the spring of 2025, the summer of 2025. You know, when we speak about the hand of God goal for Diego Maradona, I think La Mano, the hand, La Mano, gematria 20. If I see that, you see that right there. Lamano is also gematria 20. So 20 years after Messi's, after last Argentina England, they'll face England for the first time after Maradona's death. The Argentina against England, Messi to win a trophy against England after the death of Diego Armando Maradona. His most famous goal, the hand of God goal. He punches it off his hand through the keeper. The referee did not rule out the goal due to a handball. So yeah, Finalissima, it will have to be Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid, Foden, Man City, Harry Kane scoring the top goal scorer in all the three leagues. Is he the top goal scorer in all the three big leagues? I think Foden will play every match this time. He didn't do so in the World Cup. I get it. There's a lot of doubt with England, but England is 57, and 57 years without a title, then we enter year 58. So this is where I really like a Real Madrid star, and you can't write any better. Harry Kane, his first trophy he wins is Harry Kane curse. He doesn't win a trophy with Bayern, he's cursed. He's will never win a trophy, and then the unexpected will happen, where his first trophy of his career will be with country and not with club. He will have to await his first trophy with club. So that's kind of what I see with the Euro right there. In the UEFA Champions League, I will go with commercialization. The most commercially viable stars is World Cup winner Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland, 52 goal season, right? Champions League winner. So Messi and Ronaldo, 2009, Ronaldo um, faces off against Messi, then he leaves for Real Madrid, right? Ronaldo loses to Messi in the final, he leaves for Real Madrid. And for me, Mbappe loses to Haaland and he goes to Real Madrid. So there's a similar pattern to Ronaldo losing to Messi and he joins Real Madrid, and history may repeat itself for Kylian Mbappe. Ronaldo, Messi early on in their career, and Messi, Haaland in the final early on in their career. I really like 13 as far as masonry goes, because it's really Masons that run the show, from all the FAs throughout the countries to the club organizations like UEFA, for example. But thing about it, if Atletico Madrid win a Champions League final, they got to be 1-3 in the final. That's my theory. And again, Atletico, the third letter. Atletico, when they do win the Champions League, I believe it's when they become 1-3 in the final. They're 0-3 in the final. Barcelona are interesting, yes. Gundogan and Guardiola against his former team, and Barcelona, of course, made it to Wembley with Guardiola in 2011. Um, but for me, Guardiola's former Barcelona, and Luis Enrique's former Barcelona too. Haaland is number 9, and Guardiola may manage City for 9 seasons, and Haaland is number 9, and Enrique can make it to the final 9 years after his only title in 2015. Yeah, so that remains very interesting for me. I'm going Messi Haaland. I'm going Mbappe Haaland. I don't care if it doesn't happen for me. Man City to win the final of the Champions League, but I will go with PSG in the final and Mbappe to lose. England's 27th appearance in the final against Paris. Paris is 72, and I think Kylian is going to mark to 72. And Guardiola has 27 losses in UEFA competitions. So that's Guardiola's 27 losses in the UEFA competitions. No, I entered it incorrectly. Paris is going to 27. Kylian is 27. It's the England's 27th appearance in the final. Now, if it's Spain's 31st appearance in the final, then Wembley's Comanche 31. So this is where the double code for Spain and France, but I'm electing to go with Mbappe. It's just a matter of which Englishmen make it to the final. On the one side of the bracket, we're looking at Bayern and Real and Arsenal and City. All the Englishmen are stacked on one side of the bracket. I thought they would really put Englishmen on opposite sides of the bracket, but here we are. Who would have thought that 3 Italian teams would be on one side of the bracket last year? UEFA has their own narrative, they have their own script, so it remains to be seen what it's going to be. Or if Kylian Mbappe is going to give La Liga a preview of what he's going to do to them and when he moves to Real Madrid. I mean, this is what we could be looking at. Or if Mbappe doesn't make it to the final, then he exerts his revenge against Atletico and Barcelona. But it could be a good way to introduce himself to the rivalry against Barcelona if he loses against Barcelona, or he's just a grand tormentor. That's how I look. I look at Mbappe on that one side of the bracket. But then again, I don't believe Barcelona are going to make it to the final this soon. They're not going to. Well, I believe they did legitimize Lionel Messi's his gold god status because they fell down to Europa for 2 straight years. But how about not making it to a semifinal? How about not making it to a final? Oh yeah, for me, PSG and Barcelona are very even, very even as far as matchups goes. But anyway, we continue with the breakdown. The next big day of breaking down the world of football is going to be Thursday after the end of Liverpool and Sheffield United.